Hi all. We're going to talk about the two most nominated problems from 2.8, so the negative exponent homework questions. If you nominated a problem and you don't see it up here, they're really similar in a lot of ways, so watch the video, try those problems again using the same techniques that we're going over here, all right? So we're going to start with talking about 35. Now 35 is a multiplication problem with the same base. So you notice they both have the base 4 and they're being multiplied, which means that we can take that same base and add the exponents. So in this case 9 plus negative 4. Now when we have a plus and a minus together like that, a positive and a negative, that simplifies to a negative, just like in multiplication and division. So this becomes 4 to the 9 minus 4, which we can subtract that as 4 to the 5th. It says evaluate, so that means you want a final answer versus simplify. This is the simplified answer. If it asks you to evaluate it, 4 to the 5th is the same as 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. Which is how I would expand it. And then I might do it in separate steps. Like I know that 4 times 4 is 16, times another 16 times 4. And then I would do the math until I got the final answer of 1,024. So there's how we would do the problem for 35. Correct your work, see if you can find out where you made your mistake there. I'm going to erase this scratch work here so that I have space to talk about number 41. Now, 41 and a lot of these later problems have parentheses involved. And if you remember our order of operations, if you remember PEMDAS, we want to do our parentheses first and then deal with our exponents. So in this case, my parenthesis is 2 times 6. So when I simplify that, that's 12. And since I only simplified the parenthesis, that's still to the negative 5. Times, and this is why it's nice to do the parentheses first, is now we know that we have the same base, because 4 times 3 is also 12. Right? That's nice. So it's similar to 35. Now that we have the same base, which is 12, and it's a multiplication problem, we can add the exponents. So in this case, 12 to the negative 5 plus 3. Negative 5 plus 3 is 12 to the negative 2. And again, it's an evaluate problem, which means that we're going to go from the simplified answer to a number. Here, we have the negative exponent. And if you remember, negative exponents turn into fractions. And this is something that if you were in my classroom, I would make you all scream fractions back at me several times. But you're not here, so scream fractions by yourself. Take the line of the negative of the exponent and turn that into the line of the fraction. So then 12 squared is in the bottom because the 2 is still attached to the 12. And when we have a fraction that has an empty part, we fill that with a 1. And since we're evaluating, 12 squared becomes 12 times 12, giving us the final answer right here of 1 over 144. Right there. So, hopefully that is clear. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, or you can send me an email or set up a Zoom using the instructions at the top of the classwork tab. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.